Hey guys, my name is Cavernous, and I want to talk to you guys about research I've been doing on the brain cavernous malformation and ways to strengthen it to prevent bleeds. Just to give you guys a little background on myself, I recently went to the ER for a large cavernoma on the right side of my brainstem that was giving me some side effects. This was super scary, super traumatic, and hard for me emotionally, as I'm sure it is for all of you. Basically, what this inspired me to do was to do research and kind of look into what studies have been done and specifically what the cavernous malformations are made out of and how to make that stronger. Because if these things don't bleed, they're not a problem, right? So that being said, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a scientific research guy. Hit up your doctor, hit up your neurosurgeon, hit up whoever you have to before kind of applying any of these practices to yourself. Okay, so the first thing I came across was something called the capillary endothelium. Now what the capillary endothelium is basically the membrane that lines your cavernous malformation. Now why that's relevant is the stronger capillary endothelium, the less likely your cavernous malformation is to bleed. When you experience a bleed, it's because masses build up in your bloodstream, glucose builds up in your bloodstream, alcohol, whatever it may be, and it creates masses within your bloodstream that might not be big enough to cause like a stroke or create a big blood clot, but they are big enough to bang against your capillary endothelium and put a lot of miles on it over time to where it wears down and gets thin. Now, when you experience a bleed, it's because your capillary endothelium has been punctured and there's a hole in it. And what that does is it causes the side effects that we all know and fear very well from the brain cavernous malformations. There's one thing I want to talk about, and it's permeability. Now, permeability, my mistake. Permeability is basically, by definition, the state or quality of material or membrane that causes it to allow liquids or gases to pass through it, aka, for us, blood. The higher permeability we have, the more likely our cavernous malformation is to pass blood through it and cause damage to our brain. So in my research, I also looked up what raises permeability, what lowers permeability. There are two big things that I know we're all not going to like to hear, but one of them is alcohol and the other one's sugar. Alcohol, we know, is not good for us. There's some molecular chemical called phosphorylase A2 or something like that that's found in alcohol, some scientific word. I linked the research below. You can check it out. But basically what this does is it increases the permeability of your capillary endothelium, i.e. making your brain cavernoma weak. Now, sugar is also terrible for the body. We all know the negative side effects of sugar with diabetics and other things like that, but there is direct scientific research correlating sugar to damaging blood vessels and specifically the capillary endothelium. So quite literally, when you're going to Dairy Queen and eating a bunch of ice cream, when you're going to McDonald's and drinking a large Coke, you're raising your blood sugar levels to an unsafe level, driving miles on your cavernoma. So you're chipping away at that capillary endothelium as you're eating a lot of sugar. So my recommendation is completely eradicating sugar out of your diet. There is a renowned researcher person who is known for quitting sugar completely to help out her mental health and focus, and that's Sarah Wilson. Sarah Wilson has a bunch of reputable articles and things like that. I linked to one below. But basically, she says her recommended dose of natural sugars, this isn't processed sugars or anything like that, it's natural sugars from good fruits and things, is 21 grams a day. Now, to put this into perspective for you guys, a box of Kellogg's Just Right contains 64 grams of sugar. That is a lot of sugar. So in layman's terms, don't eat sugar, just eradicate it from your diet. It's gonna be hard, you're gonna have withdrawals, but you're gonna be doing yourself a big favor. You're probably gonna be able to focus better, have better memory, and maybe ease up some of your side effects. The last thing I wanna talk about is lion's mane. Lion's mane is directly associated with strengthening nerve damage in the brain damage, repairing the brain from brain injuries and things like that. Now, for a long time, it was believed that we couldn't repair the brain from brain damage, and it just would kind of naturally repair itself over time and would take many years. Lion's mane, there's a study I linked below, is directly correlated with increasing the likelihood of your brain to repair, as well as increasing the speed of the repair and things like that. So check it out. And the last thing I want to just talk about is mindset. This is tough to live with, guys. Keep a positive mindset. You can't change anything unless you change your diet and you do the research yourself. So everyone, I hope you stay healthy. Look into the research I've done. I'll post more videos, and just stay positive. Take this as a blessing to kind of live life on the edge and do the things you want to in life, because you realize how short life is. That being said, God bless, guys. Take care. Wish you all happy and healthy lives.